Welcome to MissionFilesUSA, where sea and space missions come to life through real American stories.
It was January 16th, 2003, when Space Shuttle Columbia lifted off from Kennedy Space Center on mission STS-107. The crew, 7 brilliant astronauts, were filled with excitement and purpose. Their mission was packed with scientific experiments, a symbol of peaceful exploration. From the ground, the launch appeared flawless. But hidden beneath the roar and fire of liftoff, a small piece of foam insulation broke off the external fuel tank, striking Columbia's left wing. No one knew then that this tiny incident would seal the shuttle's fate. During the ascent, a suitcase-sized chunk of foam insulation detached from Columbia's external tank and struck the shuttle's left wing at high velocity. Engineers noticed the strike on video after the launch, but foam loss had occurred before with no serious consequences. Some raised concerns, but NASA management dismissed the risk. Tragically, no one realized that the foam had likely breached the wing's thermal protection system, setting the stage for disaster on re-entry. The crew of Columbia represented the best of humanity, diverse, talented, and dedicated to science. Commander Rick Husband, pilot William McCool, mission specialist Kalpana Chawla, Laurel Clark, David Brown, Michael Anderson, and Israeli astronaut Ilan Ramon all worked together in harmony. Their days were filled with experiments on life sciences, fluid physics, and Earth observation. Inside the shuttle, laughter, curiosity, and purpose filled the air. They had no idea that trouble was quietly brewing beneath them. Back on Earth, NASA engineers requested satellite imagery of Columbia in orbit to assess the foam strike damage. But the request was denied or deprioritized within management channels. Meanwhile, some engineers feared serious wing damage but lacked support to escalate their concerns. Communication gaps and a culture that discouraged challenging authority left no room for critical safety questions. The warning signs were there, ignored not out of malice, but bureaucracy and overconfidence. Unaware of the danger, the STS-107 crew continued their 16-day mission with enthusiasm. They conducted over 80 experiments, monitoring how weightlessness affected human health, combustion, and biological systems. They filmed educational messages for students on Earth. Every day, they floated through the modules, worked together as a team, and gazed at Earth's beauty from orbit. It was a picture of success until the final hours approached. February 1st, 2003. The crew of Columbia woke up to their final day in orbit. They followed routine re-entry preparations, closing experiments, strapping in, and suiting up. Commander Rick Husband's voice calmly radioed down to mission control. Everything seemed normal. From 200,000 feet above Earth, the shuttle arced into the atmosphere. What no one knew, superheated plasma was already entering the left wing through the foam-damaged breach. As Columbia plunged into the upper atmosphere at over 17,000 miles per hour, friction created intense heat, reaching thousands of degrees. The breach in the left wing allowed this superheated plasma to enter the shuttle's internal structure. Sensors began failing. The left wing's temperature spiked. Debris started to break off. Yet inside the cabin, the astronauts remained unaware. To them, re-entry still felt routine. At Mission Control in Houston, engineers began noticing unusual telemetry. Tire pressure sensors in the left landing gear bay failed. Temperature readings from the left wing vanished. Then more data dropped offline. The backroom teams grew uneasy. Flight Director Leroy Kane was alerted, but no one yet grasped the full scale of the problem. Columbia was flying blind on one side, its wings slowly disintegrating. Suddenly, catastrophic failure began inside Columbia's left wing. Structural supports gave way under extreme heat. Pieces of the wing started to break apart, causing vibrations the crew could feel. The shuttle began to lose control. Alarms sounded in the cockpit. Commander Husband and pilot McCool struggled to stabilize Columbia, but the damage was beyond repair. The nightmare unfolding was unlike anything NASA had faced. Columbia began a violent breakup over Texas skies. Mission Control lost all contact. The shuttle fragmented into thousands of pieces, raining debris across a vast area. On board, the crew faced the unthinkable. Though the exact moments inside remain largely unknown, their courage and professionalism shone until the very end. The tragedy shook the world and NASA to its core. In the days following the disaster, search and recovery teams scoured vast stretches of East Texas and Louisiana. Amid forests and fields, they found shuttle debris and, heartbreakingly, crew remains. The somber operation united local communities, NASA personnel, and first responders in a shared mission to honor the astronauts and learn every lesson possible to prevent future tragedy. NASA quickly launched the Columbia Accident Investigation Board, CIB, to uncover the causes of the tragedy. Months of meticulous analysis followed, examining debris, shuttle design, and decision-making processes. The investigation revealed critical flaws in foam insulation, communication breakdowns, and a safety culture that underestimated risks. These hard truths demanded change. Following the CIB report, NASA committed to sweeping reforms. Foam shedding was aggressively tackled, and new inspection protocols were implemented. Communication channels were improved to empower engineers' safety concerns. Columbia's loss reshaped NASA's culture, emphasizing transparency, caution, and the priceless value of human life in space exploration. The Columbia crew's sacrifice inspired a renewed commitment to space exploration. Schools, museums, and memorials worldwide honor their memory. Scholarships and programs now encourage the next generation of scientists, engineers, and astronauts, ensuring their dream lives on beyond tragedy. The Columbia disaster fundamentally changed how NASA approaches space missions. From reinforced shuttle materials to real-time damage assessments using new technologies, safety became the top priority. These lessons paved the way for safer missions and, eventually, new spacecraft designs that continue exploring the cosmos. Commander Rick Husband was a seasoned astronaut, known for his calm leadership and dedication. His legacy lives on through the Rick Husband Amarillo International Airport in Texas and scholarships in his name. His story reminds us of the courage required to push humanity's boundaries. Kalpana Chawla, born in India, was the first woman of Indian origin in space. Her journey from a small town to the stars inspired millions. Beyond her scientific contributions, Kalpana's courage and determination continue to motivate young women worldwide to pursue STEM careers. Ilan Ramon was Israel's first astronaut and a national hero. A former fighter pilot, Ramon carried symbols of his homeland and history into space, including a Torah scroll and a photograph of Holocaust victims. His journey embodied hope, remembrance, and international cooperation in space exploration. The loss of Columbia united the world in mourning. Tributes poured in from every continent, reflecting the global nature of space exploration. The tragedy reminded humanity that space is a shared frontier, one that requires cooperation, respect, and vigilance to explore safely. Though Columbia's mission ended in tragedy, its spirit fuels ongoing exploration. NASA's Artemis program and future missions to the Moon and Mars honor the sacrifices of the past. The Columbia disaster remains a solemn reminder. The quest to reach beyond our world demands courage, vigilance, and an unbreakable commitment to safety. Thank you for watching this detailed look at the Columbia disaster, one of the most tragic moments in space exploration history. If you found this story insightful, please like the video and subscribe to Mission Files USA for more true stories about space missions, science, and exploration. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Together, let's keep discovering the incredible stories behind humanity's greatest missions.